We are top of the league, so we are top of the league. Welcome to Fortunes Hiding Down Under. Another win for West Ham over Luton Town. We've just watched it at 5 a.m. in Pig and Whistle in Riverside, and we are buzzing again because we've got another win. What do you reckon, lads? Do you want to go through the team?
Yeah, if I can remember. Areola in net. Emerson left back, Soufal right. Aguerd came back in with Zuma. JWP, Fakatar, Ben Rama started on the left, Bowen on the right, Antonio up front, and I've missed someone.
Alvarez.
Oh, Alvarez, yeah. Our holding midfield colossus. No Kudus, although he did get a bit of a run out later on. But yeah, another win. Top of the league, massive. 10 points.
You kind of beat what's in front of you. For me,
absolutely, yeah. They didn't really bring much to the party, did they? I mean, no. You said they called a scrappy game, and that's the way it sort of panned out. And certainly in that first half, but managed to get the goal before half time.
It was frustrating. I mean, to be honest, I expected a bit more from Luton with it being their first game. I don't think they were good. I mean, we weren't great, but you know, we never really looked under any sort of pressure or threat. I don't think. Even the consolation goal at the end. It would have been nice not to have conceded it, but I thought we were in control pretty much all the game.
Yeah, I mean, first half. So, I mean, everyone's been calling for this possession-based football. I think we look stronger and more effective when we do play the low block and counter-attacking.
Yeah,
because I reckon our wingers should have had them on toast. Benny on a few occasions. As we've watched the game together for the first time in the season as well, lads.
You weren't a fan of Benny today, were you?
No, tell us your thoughts on Benny. Come on.
He just didn't have a go at him. As soon as Benny gets whacked in the first tackle, I find that he just goes in within himself, and he doesn't want to go back.
You called it straight away. You said he's not going to have a good game, and that was after 2 minutes. And he didn't have a good game.
No, as soon as he gets hit in that first challenge, he melts. That's how I find him, and he did. It was like their wing back they knew his game straight away. Yeah. So that's why. And what's going to frustrate me more about it now is that we've got a player like Kudus on the bench, and you're like, I want to see him now. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's more of an exciting thing. It's like, fuck, now we've got him. I want to see him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we called it during the game, right? Benny's decision making at times is woeful, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, big time.
Yeah. And it looked really exposed today from that perspective.
And they were so compact at the back. They had so many people behind the ball, in and around the penalty area. There was no space. Like it wasn't a game for Benny. It wasn't a game for Antonio, really.
I felt for Antonio. I said in the previous show, like he's going to be playing up against the back five, so 3 centre backs, and you can't expect him to do what he does every fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, give the geezer a bit of a chance and put someone up there closer to him, because you can't battle for a 90-minute game with just 1 against 3. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
Like, and they weren't small shrinking violets either. Do you know what I mean? So like they were going to give him a battle, and they did. And I felt for him today. And the amount of fucking fouls that goes not against him, but he doesn't get. It dumbfounds me.
There was one in the second half. He literally had the guy on top of his head.
Yeah.
And he didn't give anything.
It's his physicality, though, isn't it? The refs look at him and they go, you know, if you're getting knocked about, it's because you're giving as good as you get and all that. I think, and they just sort of write it off straight away that it's not a foul. It's okay if it's going the other way, right?
Yeah.
If everything's going against him, it's not quite so fair, is it? But
no, definitely not. I mean, I think we had 3 shots on target in the whole game. So, to be honest, I think the first half sort of went by pretty easy, pretty quick, don't you reckon? Anyone else outstanding for you in the first half?
I think everyone was I was going to say slightly off, which is probably a bit too harsh. Nobody was great, were they? I thought JWP was off a little bit, but I mean, you can't knock him. It was a difficult game.
It was the scrappy game that you called at the end of the day, wasn't it? You know, we just had to sort of earn it, and you know, at the end of the day, that first goal from Bowen, that should have been prevented. Any half decent goalkeepers saving that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that was kind of given to us.
Couldn't catch COVID.
No, but I think, but I mean, you called it as well, right? It was on target at least.
Yeah.
It was straight at the keeper, and any half decent one saving it. But you put it in there, and you know, you don't buy a ticket, you don't win it, do you?
I'll tell you what, going back to Bowen, like, he didn't get called up for the England team, and I don't care if he don't get called up ever again. Like, if he carries on playing the way he's doing, like, he can play like that for us, and England can miss out as far as I'm concerned. Like, if you don't think that geezer is good enough to play in our national team, then Southgate, I'll go on to this quickly, right? But Southgate, I heard him talking about his team selection. He gave so many reasons why players weren't in the team. That gives everyone an idea of like how bad he's got this one. Like, normally you should just pick your team, but I think Bowen and James Ward-Prowse should have definitely had a look in for that. But again, as I say, like, it's England's miss and we gain. Really. I think Bowen's on fire. Bowen is on fire.
I'd like to see our players in tournaments, right? At the moment, we're not heading straight into a tournament. I'd rather they weren't playing and we weren't, losing them for a couple of weeks and risking their injury. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. So, but tournament, come the next tournament, I'd love to see.
If they're playing like that, and
I'm happy that they're not there. Gives them a break now. They're not going to risk injury. We've got 2 big games coming up after the international break, which, speaking at King, hopefully we can pick a couple of points up from. But I think tonight, we've sat there and watched it, and we've been frustrated a little bit and agreed it's not the best, but it's a game we've won again away from home. We never looked like we weren't going to win it, really. We had a whinge about how we were playing and we weren't great, but we always thought we were going to win it. I think it just shows how far we've come.
Yeah, I mean, so going into half time now, obviously they didn't really bother us, I don't think.
They didn't have a shot on target, but they had a few half chances. But
Ross Barkley had a go, didn't he? That's about it. I can't. Areola had a couple of shaky moments in that first half. He came for a couple of catches that he probably should have done better with. And
looked a bit stiff, didn't he?
Stiff Areola again. Bloody Areola. But what gets me with the defence today, they were a bit shaky, and that scared me a little bit. And it annoys me how they're so talkative on the training pitch and on Instagram that they all talk the same language, but they don't fucking talk on the pitch. They need to sort that out, because you can tell there's no communication in that back line.
Zuma looked composed, though, didn't he? He brought a calmness on the ball.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Heart in your mouth every time the ball's at his feet. And you mentioned it the other week, and
how did he get scouted as a footballer?
And now I'm sort of looking out for it.
But he was good. He was solid. Like, he's just scary when the ball's at his feet. And again, I'm well buzzing that we've won today. Just get that out of the way. But there's a few things that we need to iron out, because to go forward as a good football team, we need to iron these things out to be better. Second half starts. I mean, no substitutions, as we probably guessed. I would have taken Benny off Kudus straight away.
I think ordinarily I can see the merits in leaving it a bit longer, but Benny was shit. I would have swapped him at half time. I think probably everybody would have, and let the Ferrari loose at the
let him out the garage.
But no substitutions until when did Fornals come on?
What was
70
about
minutes?
20 to go or 25 to go or something like that.
He's
stuck with what he's known as well, but then maybe kind of Fornals hasn't left in the transfer window. Maybe they kind of sat down and said, look, you're going to get some nibbles late on in the games, and I need you. And maybe that was a bit of an arm around the shoulders.
Does that mean that we've dropped Cornet at Luton Airport to go out to Merseyside?
Who knows?
I'd hope so.
Wasn't he on the bench though?
He was on the bench today. Hopefully they fuck him off on the way
he's like one of them things. He's like one of them things. If you don't have it, you don't miss it. You know what I mean? That's it for me. Like, if we're going to lose Fornals or him, it's him all day for me.
The thing with Cornet, I've not seen enough of him to actually pass judgment on him. He's not been a fucking start.
That's what I'm saying.
He's been a non-entity since he came to us.
Well, the goal he scored at Chelsea, and it ended up being overruled. That's then a different pathway for him, because it was a belter of a finish.
It was a great goal.
And he's just not had that moment yet, has he, in my Stamp shirt. So
fuck him off.
yeah.
But then we had the little bit of play that put Emerson in as well. So Emerson scored his offside,
of course,
which was a cracking finish. And like, as I jumped up, I was running around that pub, and I was like, "That's my boy," you know. Like, I love the way he glides into that penalty box, and he's giving us so
and then he
much
kicked
more.
a chair when it was disallowed.
And Antonio did everything right except being an inch offside.
Yeah,
right?
he
He
did.
held the ball up really well and he laid that off, right?
He did.
Yeah.
But it was frustrating to see his
He
shirt.
needs to
was
get
just-
on the
yeah.
side a bit quicker. But yeah, like he was a bit late getting back in. So yeah, great finish from
Good
Emerson.
finish, though.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it didn't count.
I just want to mention as well that the fucking pass from Paquetá
Yeah.
that looked like it was fucking impossible. I don't know where that came from. That's just fucking incredible.
He's a dirty, sexy footballer.
He really is, isn't
He's
he?
a dirty,
Really
sexy
is.
footballer. Right, going on to, I'd probably say the possession. Everyone's been crying out for this possession-based football, right? I'd rather have that counter-attack, mate.
There was a few minutes there in the second half when we were passing it around and you said it was boring.
Yeah.
It fucking was. There was nothing happening. We didn't.
We turned to each other and started talking.
Yeah,
at that
we
point.
didn't
Yeah.
even look like we were trying to move forward. We were
I
just
think that's the
passing it
same way
around.
with West Ham all over, though, isn't it? When we've got the ball and we have got that initiative, we don't really know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we need to find the killer pass and put it through to a winger.
Yeah.
That's or give it to Antonio as a hold up and play off the sides of him. Do you know what I mean?
But
So-
that said, though, we did score that offside goal in that period, and you know you could say actually in this case it was we were playing around with the ball, but it did have an end product, but for that inch offside. So I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Look, they're good problems to have, aren't they? They're good discussion points, but we're winning games no matter how we're playing at
Yeah,
the moment.
definitely.
So, it's like you said, absolutely buzzing that we've won.
And where are we in the league now?
Top.
Yeah,
top.
top of the
I think we're
league.
top.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
Now,
can
and we'll be there all day.
Top.
you? All day.
All day,
Yeah.
at least.
All day. Yeah.
after night too, as it goes.
And I'm not a morning person, and at the moment it is what's
Time I've got, it's
7:41 in the morning.
Yeah.
So we've set this up, and yeah, I've got work after this.
feel like we've been up for hours already.
Sharon.
So I don't know who Man City have got tonight, but we'll be barracking for the other side.
They've got
But-
Arsenal, haven't they, tomorrow?
No, it's
Oh, no.
Arsenal Man United.
That's right.
Who have they
No,
got?
City are at home against someone shit, I think.
Tottenham have just bought Brennan Johnson from Forest.
From Forest.
Yeah.
They can have him.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, going back to the game, so obviously we get our second goal.
Yeah, good corner.
As soon as he hit it, I said, as soon as he picked it, I said, we ain't done fuck all with these today. And then boom, Zuma jumps up, the one who can't play football.
Yeah.
And what a header. Nice, powerful, got left on his own.
Yeah,
Probably the
he
most amount of space we got in that fucking penalty box all day.
Yeah.
It's what you get from Zuma, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's no nonsense defending. He's got the touch of we won't say what.
Phillips
But, yeah. But he's never going to be a baller, and he's going to scare you when that ball gets put
No,
in
I
onto
went
his
near
feet.
him.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
he's on his own.
And we needed it as well, I think. It just took away that sort of last 5-minute push.
I think we're taking away from another
back.
thing. There's another the JWP
Yeah,
assist.
delivery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Another one why I said Southgate, leave him with us, we'll be alright.
Yeah.
Then obviously I was thinking, right, we're on for this 4-0. And then we got smashed, didn't we?
Yeah. And to be honest, they got the goal. I don't think there was ever. I fully expected towards the end, and I predicted it the other day, so I've been expecting this for days, that we'd be 2-1 up and they'd be going at it, throwing the kitchen sink and we'd hang on. And that never really happened. Like, they got the goal.
Their fans didn't really lift
They
them
didn't.
at
No,
all, did they?
I was
Do you think?
surprised. It was a bit. I thought it'd be a bit more like a fucking cup tie towards the
Yeah.
end. and that they would actually be really going for it, but they weren't, which was good because it made it a bit more fucking palatable for the last few minutes.
I mean, go back to what we said in the preview show, though. We all said they're pretty shit and they will finish bottom, if not bottom 3.
Yeah.
And these are the games that we should be winning, and it played out exactly like that, right?
Yeah.
It was scrappy, but we were never really in doubt.
In trouble,
were we?
No.
Nah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. And I texted my mate earlier. You can only beat what's in front of you.
Yeah.
We're doing that at the moment. Brighton, fucking.
Well, Chelsea, shit.
3Bs.
So Luton and
Brendan.
Chelsea. Well, you'd expect to win those games anyway.
Yeah, and I don't look at today's performance though and go, we played so badly and I'm not looking forward to the next game. You go, well, we've got Man City next, have we?
Yeah.
So you go, well, we'll set up a certain way against Man City and we'll try and get a result. The way we played today doesn't affect that in any way, and the confidence is there. We're top of the league and we're buzzing, right?
We're missing one key point at the end. We'll go on to the next game quickly for a little bit, but that was a penalty.
Oh, at the end, absolutely.
That was.
I think if it's and look, 5 years ago it wouldn't have been.
No,
but today
he's done that, and his head's like that.
If that was the other way around, we'd be well pissed
Can
off.
I give a counter view to that?
Yeah.
I reckon when you're going up for a header, right, you in your rights to put your elbows up like that, and I think it would be viewed as a natural position to have your arm, and I think because he's looking that way and then it's just brushed his shoulder, I think there's no intention. So I think where it comes back to is the natural position.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I would be fuming if that wasn't against us.
Oh,
so that's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
for me, it was a penalty all day long.
Yeah, I agree.
And I would have been the pub would have been redecorated if we hadn't got that in the last minute.
That fucking bin chicken would have got it, wouldn't it? It'd have been booted down the fucking
the geezer who smelt of imperial leather.
My word.
Jesus Christ. There's a lot of weird people in Brisbane City at 5 o'clock in the morning.
There certainly is.
There really is.
Yeah. There's some strange ones in the middle of the day as well.
Yeah, exactly. That was the game. So that's taken us top of the league. We've got Man City next.
Mm-hmm. Man City and Liverpool next 2 games.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So we've got Liverpool away or home?
I think it's home. No, it's away. It's away because one of
it is
the mates
away.
is trying to
So
get
we're
us.
Man City at home.
City at home, Liverpool.
Okay, that'd
away.
be interesting.
I'd fancy us against Liverpool. City, it depends what City turn up. If City turn up, I don't think anyone can live with them. But 2 or 3 points from those 2 games would be decent.
I could see us getting a draw at home to Man City. To be honest, I
Can
think
you?
we'll frustrate. We'll play the same game as we did against Chelsea. It will be, it'll be an arduous watch.
Yeah.
I can see us getting on the score sheet. But I could see them getting a couple of goals as well. So
we've got nothing to lose, have we?
Yeah,
We've got nothing to lose.
I think a draw.
We've got points in the bank, and it's as good a time as any to go at them. And City always have a slow start, don't they?
I reckon 2-1, but we'll go into that in preview.
Yeah, for sure.
Just quick one on the Europa League. Good group.
I think so. Yeah, I think it could have been a lot worse. It could have been better. It could have got fucking Liverpool's group.
Jesus Christ!
Shit, what a fix that is.
Yeah, I reckon.
But no, I think Freiburg, Dave seems to know a little bit about and thinks that they're decent. If they finish 5th in the Bundesliga, they're not going to be any mugs. Serbians should be 6 points, really, shouldn't it?
I think it will be.
And then Olympiacos are not the team they've been in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
Either,
not the Champions League team you remember against Man United and stuff like that.
You'd be looking, I would expect, to win our own games.
Yeah.
Beat the Serbians away and pick up maybe a draw or 2.
And then we're going to try and get over there, aren't we?
And then get over there for the round of 16.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to give us a ticket, we will be there. Please. This was a quick show. I've got to shoot off to work, lads. So, another 3 points in the bag. We are still undefeated. As a podcast.
Yeah.
We'll keep this run up and keep going. Thanks for coming, lads, and it was a pleasure to fucking have a drink. Not a drink. Have a coffee. Have a coffee in the morning on Saturday and actually watch a game together. Because as we said, it's very hard to get up at 1 a.m. and actually want to talk to me. So, so my missus was well happy when I left the house this morning. She thought that's no shouting in the morning. So another win, top of the table at least for this evening. And JWP, Bowen, stick with us.
Yeah.
And we'll be fine. Cheers, lads.
Thank
Come
you.
on your irons.
Come on your irons.